This is KHQA Sports.
Well, tip-top of the evening, everybody, and welcome once again to Sports Final. It's week 6 already, and it's the weekend. It's the weekend. Yeah, good stuff tonight. We've got homecoming games, we've got rivalries, we've got an upset or two to tell you about, and we have maybe the single best highlight this season coming your way, shades of the Immaculate Reception. We'll start off with our game of the week, Macon versus South Shelby. Always fun tonight. Macon, though, would strike first in this ball game on its second possession. Noah Bright in at quarterback, and he was indeed a bright spot. 44-yard scamper in for the score just like that, and it is 7-0 in favor of the Tigers. South would answer facing third down and long. Chase Morrow to the air, hooking up with his future all-conference wide receiver. That's Austin Durbin, and he's good. Takes a lick, but gets the first down. And how about some Trace Windsor? This is classic vintage Mr. Windsor. 18 yards, breaking 3, 4, 5, 6 tackles. We'll give him 6 on that one to tie this thing up at 7 apiece. Ensuing kickoff, things got fun. Nice to see Joe Lewis back for the Macon Tigers. Nice to see he hasn't lost any of that speed, weaving his way 60 yards on the kickoff return. However, Macon's drive would be ill-fated despite its good start. Tell you what, Bryce Pfeiffer is ill-fate incarnate right here. What a takedown by the outstanding middle linebacker. This drive for Macon stalls out at the 3-yard line on a fumble, but Macon's next drive produces something that, oh baby, you're not going to believe. I mentioned the Immaculate Reception. How about this pass? Intended right here for Mr. Colin Patrick. Ends up in the hands of Jace Glover. Are you kidding me? We're going to slow it down for you. And you can see Colin Patrick play Frenchy Fuqua to Mr. Jace Glover's Franco Harris. Amazing touchdown. Covered 32 yards and gave Macon a lead they would not relinquish tonight. The Tigers end South Shelby's win streak, and the Tigers get a big one tonight as they improve to 4-2 on the season. 28-21 is your final in favor of the Macon Tigers. Meanwhile, in the Clarence Cannon tonight, Palmyra taking on Louisiana. This was a tightly contested game into the second half. Palmyra up 16-0 at this point. Ben Sheffy facing third and long, hooks up with Will Obert, who makes a nice move, gets a great block, and takes it into the red zone. That would set up Mr. Sheffy himself right here. Oh, all good Palmyra quarterbacks can run, and Sheffy is fast, proving to be a good Palmyra quarterback. Inside for 6 yards, and the TD made it 22-0. The 2-point conversion neatly snuffed out here. I should say forcefully snuffed out by Lane Rule. Ouch. But unfortunately for Louisiana, they had no more left in the tank. Palmyra gets a win tonight at home. Final count in this one was 22-6. Elsewhere in the Cannon, Brookfield jumped out to a big lead on Monroe City. Monroe City wouldn't let them get any more. This is the closest anybody has played. Brookfield, undefeated Brookfield all season, but Monroe City still on the losing end. 28-0 your final there. Another big night from Clark County. The Indians have erupted. They beat Highland 45-15. And look what Mexico did to Centralia tonight, 52-7. That's a 3-game losing streak for Centralia. You don't see that very often. We take you to Fulton, Missouri tonight. Hannibal Pirates in action, trying to continue their good go, improve to 5-1 on the season. Fulton with 4th and goal right here. Colton Gottman hits the receiver who can't hang on. The Pirates leading at this point 20-7. Hannibal goes on a long drive right here. It's going to be some pass action from Austin Kirby here to the outstanding Jerry McBride. Nice pickup for him as he skirts 3-4 Hornet tacklers at that point, and that sets up the final chapter of the Shamar Griffith Show, and man, was Shamar good. Sham, wow tonight. 5 touchdowns for him. Hannibal in a rout tonight. 42-7 was your final. Elsewhere on the docket tonight, Bowling Green. My goodness, they've scored 200 points in the last 3 games, or 4 games, I should say. Bowling Green takes out Van Far 56-0. Mark Twain bounces back, gets a nice win tonight over Wright City at home, 32-18. Didn't get a score yet on Clopton, Ellsbury, Montgomery County. We can tell you that after 1 quarter, Paris was leading Fayette 19-0. No final on that one. We'll work on it for you. We'll also work on bringing you these homecoming highlights tonight from Knox County, hosting Putnam County tonight. And this, my friends, was going to be fun. First drive of the game, Knox County would force the fumble near midfield and do some wonderful work in this ball game. More to come, coming up right here. Good stuff right here as it's Hayden Miller setting up the Eagles with a nice run. And Miller finishes what he starts right here with a 23-yard rumble right down the throat right here of the Putnam County defense. And just like that, would be Knox leading 8-0 at that point. Knox doing more in this one. Following a Putnam score, Andrew Hodge had multiple 10-yard runs in this drive, and that would set up Brody Mowbray, your hero of the night. Mr. Mowbray, what a night for him on homecoming, as he ended up with 276 on the night and a couple of touchdowns. Knox County in a rout tonight, 38-16 was your final. Also from Missouri, two more to wrap up with. Scotland County tonight loses to Milan in a really tight game, 26-12. And North Shelby nearly got off the schneid tonight in the state's longest losing streak. They went to overtime with Schuyler and lost by 8 in the OT, 36-28. The Raiders are getting closer, though. We'll keep our fingers crossed for them. Biggie tonight in the Gem City as we move it over to the land of Lincoln. Quincy High School hosting Alleman. After a few empty possessions in this one, Alleman would strike first. Long drive, 70-yard drive, ends with this 2-yard touchdown run by David Lamel. Makes it 7-0 Alleman at that point. Pioneers go up. Oh, the Blue Devils respond with a punch-you-in-the-mouth drive of their own, capped right here by Brady Brockmiller. That absorbs contact at the 7-yard line and fights his way all the way in for the score. Made it 7-0, or 7-7, I should say, at that point. Good stuff there, my friends. Then Alleman on the punt attempt. It goes into the end zone. Thomas Damon recovers the TD, but wait, the play is ultimately ruled a safety on this one. And that, my friends, is how Quincy High goes up 9-7. The Devils couldn't capitalize after a free kick, but their defense did a lot of good things tonight, including right here, Braden Baverly, who gets the pick right here. Blue Devils get a huge win. Just their second since 1996 for the Blue Devils over Alleman as they win a 9-7 thriller. And now, speaking of thrilling, here's Will.
Well, this was an interesting matchup on a lot of fronts. West Hancock starting the season 3-1 and bringing new life into the Titan program. They welcome Quincy Notre Dame to town, who is starting to pick up some steam after their Week 1 thumping. Raiders starting to get it going on both sides of the ball. They were ready to fly in this one. Dalen Anders, he's always ready to go. Plunges in from a few yards out. Q&D goes up by a touchdown, and Q&D feisty on defense tonight as well. They came up with a strip right here, and they were in business from there. As you're going to see the Raiders saying they have the ball, and indeed they do. I mentioned Dalen Anders grounding and pounding some more. How about this? Gets the handoff up the middle. He's going to shake some tacklers, bring them down right there. I count 2, 3 tacklers, bring them down at that point. He'd cap it off a few plays later. Toss sweep for him as he goes into the end zone. Q&D going to roll 34-6. Let's head up to Carthage right now. Why don't we? Macomb in town taking on Illini West. Illini West back home after 2 tough road losses to Central in Q&D. Nolan Ard putting the Chargers up early here, 6-0 with this 1-yard plunge into the end zone. And Illini West, after that, they would just keep on rolling, looking to the air quite a bit tonight. Braden Bennett drops back. He's going to find Dustin Waddell up the seam. Nice moves from Waddell right here. He busts loose. 68 yards to pay dirt. 2-point conversion is good as the Chargers go up 14-0. More of the aerial attack from Bennett as he is going to find Jacob Scholl, the speedster. He's going to take that one all the way into pay dirt as well. 20-0 at this point. And Illini West, they go on and cruise tonight, 50-7. Central going down the highway to Brown County tonight. We take you to the second quarter in this one. Brown County up 6-0 at this point. The quarterback and the captain, Ryan Freiberg. Nice deep ball right here. He's going to find Zach Foote for the touchdown. Nice looking hookup right there. That makes it 7-6 in favor of Central. Brown County going to have the ball shortly after this, and that Central defense, feisty as ever. They are going to come up with the strip. Spencer Myers on the other end with it. He's going to grab this one, and how about this? He's going to take it 52 yards the other way. Everybody thinks he's down. No way. He takes it all the way down to the 2 line. And Bobby Keltz from there on, when you're down in the red zone, it's pretty a good idea to give it off to Bobby Keltz as he plunges in right there. That makes it 14-6 in favor of Central. They go on and cruise tonight, 34-6 over Brown County. More some Illinois scores to pass along to you. Pittsfield cruises tonight over Porta, 47-12. But, excuse me. We're going to go to this one. Pleasant Hill over West Central tonight, 28-19. And in the matchup tomorrow, Triopia hosting Leroy at 1 o'clock.
We can tell you that Pittsfield was a big-time winner over Porter tonight. 47-12 was your final there. Also on the docket for you tonight on the scores, Elmwood Brimfield ends the nice run at Hanson Field tonight for Bushnell West Prairie, 41-12. Elmwood Brimfield state ranked. How about Rushville Industry? Break them up. Nice big bounce-back win for them tonight after losing to A-Town last week, 35-21. No, Christian Downs had a touchdown or 2 in that one as well. Also on the docket tonight, Knoxville spoils Beardstown's homecoming, 22-6 was your final. And as Will alluded to, Rout beat Unity tonight 43-6. Joe Nix with 130 rushing yards. We'll show you highlights of that one coming up tomorrow in overtime. Having a little trouble pulling it out. Central Lee tonight on homecoming, taking on LOUISA-MUSCATINEAT, and it is the defense for the Hawks that stood tall early in this game. First, a sack from Blake Burgess. Then a sack coming up here from Adam Rooney, who had himself a night. Very impressive player for the Hawks on defense tonight. Lots of guys, though, getting into the act for that Central Lee defense, which was flat feasting in this one. Colton Vandenberg, are you kidding me? Sheer brutality in this game. Did I mention Adam Rooney yet? Rooney, again, in on the sack. Kid had himself a night, and that finally set up the first offensive touchdown of the night as Ethan Barnett would go in from 3 yards out to give his team the quick 7-0 lead in this ballgame. That is the last score, unfortunately, we had on Central Lee. We will update you with one coming up tonight on the web page for you in just a bit. But Central Lee off to a good start, looking to improve to 4-1 on the season, and they got off to a good start in that tonight. Unfortunately, the news tonight from the rest of Southeast Iowa, not nearly so good. Clear Creek, Amana all over Keokuk tonight. 52-7 was your final in that ball game. And Fort Madison tonight falls on the road at Fairfield. 34-15 your final there. 2 soccer scores to pass along tonight from the college docket. Missouri S&T held Quincy University's women's scoreless in the first half, but QU busts out in the second half, wins 3-0. And another big night for the 11th ranked nationally QU men as they beat up on Missouri S&T. 4-0 is your final there. Taylor Reese, the Q&D product, with a goal in that one for the Hawks. Also, you heard us talk about it all day. Eric Jokic made his major league start, his first one today for the Chicago Cubs. Lasted 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, one of them earned. Had kind of a dicey night, but still, good start. We're very proud of him, and I know Virginia, Illinois is proud of him as well. We're going to try to deliver you tomorrow night in overtime you can be proud of. High school football, college football, big-time soccer between Quincy Notre Dame and undefeated Jacksonville tomorrow, and many, many goodies, including the return of Seeds of Greatness featuring Canton's Olivia Jarvis, great young lady who survived cancer. Her story tomorrow night, 10:30, right here. We'll see you then.